I've already done the stock drive on the X-Max. I've also done the sort of comparison with the Creighton 8S. Now it's time for some mods. In the bottom left corner of your screen is a time. That's where the driving starts. Because, well, we got some install to do first. And what I'm putting in this thing, censored Castle 800 kV motor. This is the big one. I've already run this in another X-Max and it ran cool, did fine. Castle Mamba Monster X ESC 8S, obviously, and censored. That's the combo that's going into here. You can see I've already got the XT90s on it. So, yep, already been running my other X-Max, which sold, kept all that. The other X-Max had a 43 tooth pinion gear. This one's getting a Saga Customs 45 tooth. So, and I'm going to stay with the Mod 1s for now. So, 45 tooth pinion gear, 54 tooth spur, that's going to be the ratio. And to mount the motor in place, we've got the WFO motor mount right here. I had this in the last X-Max and, well, served me well, so I went back with it again. So, it's time to get started. Take a look. When doing mods like this to an X-Max, go ahead and take the wheels and tires off. You're going to be happier that way. Just so much easier to work with. The pinion spur cover's got to come off. That's not going to go back on because the pinion gear is just too big. The motor, fans, ESC's got to come out. Got to take this loose right here, which is your wire cover, so you can get to the receiver. And pretty much that's it. A bunch of 2.5 millimeter hex wrenches is what you're going to need. And underneath right here, this is where you take your motor out right there. So, those bolts out, everything should lift up and out nice and easy. With everything loose, it should come up and out of here. Let's see. Try to be careful with all this stuff just in case you decide to put it back on. And it appears one of these is also a temperature sensor. Nice, Traxxas. It's not going back in though. Now we have a big gaping hole down in there and we got to get the ESC out. 2 millimeter hex wrenches and the ESC will lift right up and out. Power wires pulled out of the holder and the receiver wire out off the receiver. This should come right up and out. Simple as that. If all you're doing is swapping the ESC out for the Max 6 or the Monster X 8S, you know, you can pretty much just leave everything right into place. Probably, let me see here. It looks like you may actually be able to fit right down in there and not have to extend any motor wires. Since I'm not leaving the stock motor in place, this doesn't really apply to me. With any aftermarket mount you get, you're not going to be using the pins. So you can remove those because they just simply aren't needed for the aftermarket stuff. Obviously, the new motor is larger in every way. I mean, just every single way. And this piece right here is going to have to get cut out just so the motor can actually fit. With that out of the way, the new motor fits. With the chassis ready to go, now it's time to actually mount the motor on the mount. The mount comes with all the hardware to put it right into the chassis. There's your motor mount bolt with a really thick washer. That way it slides up and down. And it uses a 7 millimeter wrench. Either a wheel nut wrench or a regular old rusty Craftsman tool wrench right there. The reason for this is that the pinion is so large you can't just simply put a hex wrench in there and adjust it. And sometimes this can be a little bit touchy. This is why it uses this style bolt. So you can get in there like that and make your adjustments and everything because you can't get to it because of the large pinion gear. Now, you can put this on and off as you want while you're setting your mesh, and I'll try to show you a little bit of that as well, but that's why it comes with those style bolts. With the new mount firmly secured in place, tightened down, that's when you want to set your mesh. And I'm going to try to show you guys. Now the pinion gear, try to get this better. You can see the pinion gear slides. It's not tight. So hopefully that's a really good mesh. There's very little slop on that, so we should be good to go. And then it's time to tighten down both of the set screws on the Saga Customs or Saga Racing pinion gear. There you go, everything is lined up. I did use some blue thread lock in there as well. I do suggest using some thread lock on this, not the red, but the blue. And it's okay if you get a little bit of the thread lock on the shaft itself, because as you tighten up the spur gear, it'll also help lock it into place. I had my hopes up that the ESC would fit in a stock location, but it just won't. So a couple seconds for you guys, a few hours for me. I'm printing up the ESC mount to set it right up here. Just got this off the printer. Seems like it turned out pretty good. It's just going to sit down there about like that. ESC actually fits in it pretty darn good, actually. So, I mean, obviously that's for the big on-off switch of the Max 5. This doesn't have that, but overall, that actually fits way better than I thought it would. As I'm getting this set up, this mount apparently does not work with this particular receiver box and long motor, because it comes into contact with the receiver and won't set correctly. So, and I had it all wired in there good too. I get to cut this out and make some clearance, because I'm going to use this mount. With that piece gone, it fits perfectly. Check that out. I'm going to have to use some really good glue though to hold that ESC in place. In case I do a nose dive, you know, you don't want that ESC coming loose, because it's already came loose one time. But that looks pretty good. Got it in and all that, and I ran into a problem. Apparently, with the new X Maxes, you've got to have the temperature hooked up, along with the voltage thing and all that. So, I got the motor pulled away, but it only gives me half throttle. That buzz you heard was the brake. So, anyway, I'm going to take all of this off of the motor and somehow see if I can make it work with the new stuff. I slid the heatsink mount forward and it came right off the motor, and this is the thing right here that I need to hook back up. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to make this work on that motor without anything, you know, really putting the heat to it. I don't know. We'll have to see. What I'm attempting to do is to kind of glue this right to the side of the motor. Once that glue sets, I'll remove the tape and continue the glue job all the way around and try to catch the underside. I mean, heck, if I got the sensor, I might as well try to make it useful, right? A couple minutes for you guys has been hours for me. However, I've got that glued down there, got everything set back up. I still have some zip tying to do. Let's see, this right here is still... There we are. Got the green light, so everything is looking good. Let's see how loud this is going to be. Not too bad. I mean, no cover or anything. Well, all right. Now I just got a little more glue to dry, some zip ties, and we can finally get this thing outside. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna get a speed run in. Again, Sky RC cannot get that thing to switch to miles per hour, so we're back in KV. Super smooth. Now this one has me a little bit worried. I think this one may be a bit insanely fast.
Hopefully it's not going to be horrible bad. We'll find out in just a second. Easy slow down. I don't want to flip it. Okay. Wow, that's cruising. That is cruising here. Try it again. Easy on the brakes, easy on the brakes. That dude is moving, let me tell you. Wow. We've got 84 kilometers per hour. I have to do the calculations on that, but that looks pretty darn good. Okay, so let's give it a full punch and see what it's got. Well, all right. Well, let's go ahead and get into the jump. Yes, that's about 5 foot high. Oh, wasn't exactly planning on a backflip. Wow, this thing is strong. Holy moly. Nice. Okay, we're gonna try this up here and well, don't know where we're gonna go. Oh man, I thought I was about to die right there. I thought I was about to give you guys my last video ever. I'm gonna ease a little bit safer this time. Wow. Wow. Oh, I want to see something just to see what happens. Oh, that was easy. Golly, this is insane power.
Wow. Holy cow. The difference from what it had before to what it has now is amazing. Hopefully you guys can actually see that without a side-by-side comparison. Wow. The power level off the charts as compared to stock. Speed quite a bit faster. I believe it came out to about 53 miles per hour. So, and that's right where I personally like these trucks, the big trucks, in the 50 to 60 range. So, can I go a little bit more? Maybe I'll try the 52 spur gear or something, you know, to kind of get it up towards the middle to high 50s. Maybe, but I really don't think I need to. it does fine. I mean, it's about 13 miles per hour over stock, and you can see these tires weren't very happy. They were kind of expanding. So probably going to end up blowing up some tires before too long. We'll see. Backflips. Yeah, backflips are always epic. And the fact that this thing can get them like that, even off the little jump, zip, right on over, that was awesome. Taking off, I was wondering, just how well it would take off. And heck, if the wheelie bar had a little more strength to it to give it a little bit more of a push, it would probably do a standing backflip. That was unexpected. Absolutely happy with the system. Although I didn't have my temperature gun there, when I was finished, I was able to put my fingers on the motor for about 3 seconds. It was quite a bit warm, but I was still able to touch it and actually hold it for a few seconds. The ESC was, well, that was like room temperature. I believe it was in the 80s out there today. So anyway, absolutely happy with the system, and I'm happy with my choice of gears, 45, 54. Unless I start breaking spur gears, which I doubt, I'm going to leave them in there. I'm staying with Mod 1 in this X-Max. Guys, check that description for links to everything in the X-Max and possibly more. They are affiliate links on eBay or Amazon. So if you have anything in your eBay or Amazon cart, click on one of my links from any of my videos, go right to the eBay or Amazon, go to your cart, check out. It counts, and every little bit helps. So guys, hopefully you liked the video, and thank you all for watching.
If you guys like the channel and want to help it out a little bit, you can click that join button and actually become a channel member. Members get special privileges, maybe even some member giveaways. So make sure you check that out. And as always, subscribe, like, and share. Thank you guys for watching.